Hey guys, welcome back to Hands On Channel. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about solar panels and what we've been using at the off-grid homestead. Up until now, for about the past 3 years, we've been using one of the Harbor Freight solar panel kits. It's the older kit, it's the 45 watt kit. And it's been excellent, really, to be honest with you. As long as we have a good sunny day, then I have no problem charging up my single 12 volt Exide battery. It's basically a marine style battery. I've been using that. I know it's really not the best, but it's been working great. And I've got a small 750 watt inverter somewhere around here that I use that for running all of our lighting, and we run LEDs. I run about, I can run up to 5, but I usually run about 2 or 3 just for basic background lighting so we can do what we need to do. I've run my TV. I've got a little like 25-inch TV, like a bedroom-sized TV. I run that. We watch movies and such on that. I have a little rechargeable DVD player. During the day when we're at maximum solar production, when I can see the thing is idling down or throttling back, I'll go ahead and plug in cell phones and plug in my DVD player, anything that's rechargeable. The only problem I've ever had with it is that one time we had a dust devil come along and it flipped the panel over on its face, and of course it landed right on a rock, where after all we're in the Rocky Mountains out there, so more than likely it's going to hit a rock, and it did, and it broke the glass. But I immediately put Gorilla Tape on it, the clear stuff, and so far it's still producing just like the other one. So I was really impressed with that. I was real worried that I took 15 watts off of my 45 watt kit, which was a big deal. That knocked me down to 30 watt production. So since that happened, I've kind of been looking at, what should I do? Should I go ahead and invest in a real solar kit and start doing that? Well, one of the things I found out is that stuff's quite intimidating. You start looking at it and then you're like, well, what do I do? 24 volt system, 48 volt system, there's just so many different ways to go about hooking up a solar system that's going to feed or run an entire off-grid homestead. So I was like, well, do I want to buy another Harbor Freight kit or what? And of course, like they do, they sent me one of their coupons in the email. So I picked up this, and I was a little hesitant at first because I was like, wait a second, Thunderbolt Magnum, where have I heard that name before? And I remember going to gas stations and seeing the name Thunderbolt Magnum. In fact, I remember buying those. They were a little extra, but hey, you needed that extra protection. So anyways, kidding aside, the Thunderbolt Magnum is what I picked up here. I don't know why they named things that way, but yeah, the last time I saw that name was in a truck stop bathroom when I was standing at the urinal right next to French Tickler and Alien Finger and all those others. Anyhow, we've got the 100 watt solar panel kit. You get 4 25 watt panels, so that's a bump up from the old one that just produced 15 watts. Supposedly it's a better charge controller. I don't know. We'll see about that. I've only just learned about it a little bit, and I've just been playing with it a little bit, so I'll pull you guys in here. We'll show you what you get in the kit. One thing I really don't like about it is this new kit compared to the old one. Hopefully you can see this. This new kit compared to the old one has these kickstands built on to the solar panels, and they were a real pain to take off. In fact, I'm not going to be able to show you in this video because it's going to be too long if I do, but I'll make another video of how to take these off if you want to do what I want to do, which is mount these on like an angle iron type frame, or maybe 2x4, but I'll probably use angle iron because I just think it's nice and durable, and it'll be way better than the system they have. The system they have is these little kickstands and some little metal tabs that you connect to the panels, and to me that just seems very flimsy and not adequate for permanent installation. I want to have something that's a little more permanent. At the same time, I'm also thinking about putting some wheels on the panels so that I can wheel them in and out of my off-grid homestead. That way I don't have to worry about them when I'm not on location. So let me get you pulled in here. We'll show you what you get in the box. All right, first up, we're going to take a look at the charge controller, and I believe this is an upgrade over the old one. I don't know a whole lot about it. I'll tell you right up front. It has a lot of features and functions that my old one didn't have. The old one just had one button on it, and you push that button and a little red light, LED or LCD light came on, and it said however much voltage was in the battery or how much was coming in to the battery at that time. So this one has some buttons on it. As you can see now, we've got a fully charged battery at 13 volts. You can flip through this, and I guess you can actually set the parameters on this, because if you hold the button down, I've noticed that, you can make this thing blink like that. And once it's blinking, you can change that to different numbers. So depending on what you want to do and what panels you have, what batteries you have, you might be able to set this up for optimum solar production and battery storage, stuff like that. So anyways, there's quite a lot of features on here. I don't know exactly what all of them do. I don't know what this 10.8 is. If that's low voltage, that's way too low. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what all this stuff is about. I'm sure there are other videos about this particular charge controller. Let me get back onto the 13 there. That's how much power we have in it right now. You've got 2 USB outputs, so you could charge 2 cell phones or anything that charges on a USB cord. I've used that on the old one. It just has one, so that's an upgrade on this one. You've got solar input here. You can use the provided little wire, or you can actually hardwire it sort of right into here. I would recommend tinning your wires with some solder though if you're going to do that, because these screws are real small. They don't feel very good, and be careful with them. When I was screwing them in, they didn't seem that great. So you've also have an output over here for your lighting. This right here is a big upgrade. You get 2 of these lights right here. In the previous kit, you got 2 of them, but they were compact fluorescent lights, I think. These here are LED. And I guess I have to turn the light on right there. That's what that is, okay. So if you don't want your lights or your output to these on, you can hit this button right here and just shut them off there at the charge controller. Or there's a switch here in line that you can turn it on and off. I really like these things. They're pretty cool. I mean, they're not gonna blow your mind because they're 12-volt lights and they don't put off quite as much power as a 120-volt LED light. But just to get you some background lighting, or if you're camping in a situation like that, this would be great for that, or in an RV or something, or just to get yourself set up. There's oftentimes I go into the off-grid homestead at nighttime. I show up there at night, so when I'm going in, if this was already set up and hooked up, I could just flip the switch here, and boom, I'd have some lighting to get myself set up. So that'd be nice. So I really like this. This is a cool little part of it. I don't know about getting replacement bulbs. You'd probably have to go on Amazon or eBay or something to get a bulb. It looks like a standard thread, but I'm quite sure it's 12 volt. It almost would have to be. Here's the other LED light. It plugs right into the charge controller. So we'll set that aside. This right here is your adapter, so that you can basically attach your charge controller to your solar panels. As you can see on one side, it has this type of an connector. Not sure what to call that, a little yellow connector there. On the other side, it has a double connector, just like your solar panels have. So that's one way you can connect this to your system. This right here is so that you can connect all your solar panels together. And there's 4 on one side here, and that goes down to 1, in which you would connect this together, and then boom, you're into your solar system. You're also going to get 4 of these 25-watt solar panels. So far, they seem pretty good. They seem at least as good a quality as the old 45-watt kit that I got before. You can see where the power goes out of the solar panel. If you include that, it's about 40 inches long. And one thing I learned about these solar kits from my last 45-watt kit is that you want to be careful on these guys here. When they're new, this rubber here is nice and supple and everything, but as they age, it gets hard and brittle, and it can crack and break. So one thing I recommend is when you're running your wiring, leave a nice little pigtail loop like that, so that it's not stressing down on that. If you pull it real tight, it might look nicer if you pull it real tight, but eventually it will break right here. So my recommendation on these is to leave that wire a little loose. While I'm down here, I want to show you what I've done. You'll notice there are no brackets. I've taken the brackets off. I can't stand that part of this little kit here. So let me show you. These brackets were on there, little kickstands, I guess we'll call them. To hold them up, and I couldn't stand that about this kit. The old one with PVC was better. Although I'm not going to make mine out of PVC, I am going to make a frame for this out of some angle iron. And you could also use 2x4s or something, but it wasn't too bad to take that off. If you're interested, I'll make another video and show you how I remove those fairly easily. Is it as good as a real system? No, it'll never be as good as a real solar system. But is it good enough to get you started and to get your feet wet and to teach you a little bit about solar and 12-volt systems and production and how to use less power? Yes, it's great for all of those things. So I highly recommend it just to get your feet wet with all the caveats I mentioned. You know, it's not a perfect system, but what would you expect for 120 bucks from Harbor Freight? So anyways, guys, appreciate you tuning in. And until then, we'll see you next time.